Look, I still find football beautiful. I do. It's why I watch. It's why I care. I still think there are moments in football that are as beautiful as you can find in sports. I think watching a quarterback launch a pass and beat a cornerback or over the top of the safety by inches and a wide receiver pulling it in is beautiful. I think a defensive lineman or a linebacker evading the block and coming around the corner and swiping at the football or hitting the quarterback in the back just a second before the quarterback launches that ball in the air can be beautiful. There is an inherent violence, though, that we know. You can't get rid of it. And so you just have to figure out the best way to manage the violence if you're the NFL. But don't tell me that, hey, we get it right all the time, but then the one or two times we don't, everybody blows it out of proportion. That is so unacceptable. Now, I shouldn't be surprised because John Mara was the boob that allowed Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese to do the whole Eli Manning disaster party. But is this an acceptable explanation for Tom Savage having a seizure on the field and being allowed back in? We get it right all the time, but the one time we don't. And then going, when you're dealing with human beings, you can't always be right, guys. I mean, smash me in the head with an anvil. You know what? I'm at the point where I don't even need you to be right all the time. I need you, though, to admit when you're wrong. How about John Mara going, that was scary, we were wrong, we have to be better? How about that? How about that? A quarterback in an NFL game with a referee looking at him and television cameras catching it has a seizure on the field after getting hit and is allowed right back in the game. Can somebody in the NFL go, that's our bad, that can't happen again? I mean, Bill O'Brien said, and look, I don't think Bill O'Brien's taking great responsibility, but said if I would have seen that video, he would have never been allowed back on the field. And you have an owner going, I mean, when you're dealing with humans, we can't always get this right. Please play for me again, John Mara. This is one of the most influential owners in the game. He just had a quarterback have a convulsion on the field and be let back on. And his explanation is?
Whenever you're dealing with human beings, there are going to be mistakes made, and there were some mistakes made there. They haven't completed their investigation on it yet. But in almost every case with the concussion protocol, we get it right, but those that we get wrong end up being, highly publicized, and that's what happened here. But
talking about Savage, not Wilson, right?
Well, both of them. And there's been a lot of attention on both of them, and there were some breakdowns there, which they're still looking into how exactly that happened, and that's obviously very important to us because, you want to be perfect, but when you're dealing with human beings sometimes and the emotions of a game, sometimes mistakes are going to be made.
How about we got to be perfect? It's people's brains. How about that? How about this is the labor, these are the players that the entire league is built upon? Because ain't nobody coming out to MetLife Stadium to see me. Sorry, that's just the deal, John Mara. There ain't no Giants fans that sign up for season tickets or spend their week's paycheck going to MetLife because they're like, I really like that John Mara's the owner. I want to support him. They go out there because of Odell Beckham. They went out there because of Michael Strahan and Lawrence Taylor and Eli Manning. They don't go out there for you. And so maybe you should be perfect. Maybe when it comes to players' brains and how they live down the road, you got to be perfect. And I'm not even asking you to be perfect here. I'm asking you, if a guy is convulsing on the field, to not let him back in the game. And if you do, go, we messed up bad.